All right, this is bike charging test number 2. So yesterday I took my bike to Dungog and lapped the flow trail until I was down to about 10% battery. Came home at about 2:30, 3 o'clock yesterday, plugged in my battery charger. I did only want to charge it to 60%, so I pressed this button and tried to charge to 60%. Came out and checked it the next morning after it had been charging for from 2:30 through about 9 the following day. This light was still flashing, indicating it was still charging. I disconnected it and checked using the app, and I was charged to 51% charge. And so I unplugged it. I've left it all day, and what I'm going to do now, it is about 5 o'clock. I'm going to charge it. I'm not going to press that button. I'm going to let it get to 100%, or I'm going to try and let it get to 100%, but I'm going to plug that in now, and I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to watch it sync up and then start charging, and I'm going to check it in about 6 hours time. Now I'd expect in about 6 hours it should be fully charged, and I would expect that this light is no longer blinking green and is solid green, indicating 100% charged. We'll see what happens. But in terms of environmental conditions, this is my garage. Yeah, it's nice and cool in here, and yeah, there's this is not covered in things. It's nice and cool. There's nothing underneath it, so the feet have good airflow, good solid bench, and it shouldn't be an environmental issue. So 12:30 in the morning, been charging for 7.5 hours from 48%, and I can see my light is still blinking, indicating still charging. Let's just see where the battery is. So we've gone from 48%, and according to the app, to 67 in 7.5 hours. All right, 8:45. I'm going to pull the battery out. 8:45 the next morning. I'm going to pop that down here on my riding shoes so that it can charge, and I'm going to direct attach it into my charger and turn that on 8:45, and I'm not going to press the button, and we'll wait for that to charge up. And my expectation is that it charges in a couple of hours. There we go, starting to charge now. And down the bottom here, we can see it's starting to charge up. So expectation is a couple of hours, and it'll be fully charged. And instead of this green light blinking, this green light will then be solid. All right, so it's 11:45, exactly 3 hours. My charger says everything is fully charged. If I pop down here and have a look, you'll see the battery is no longer charging and looks completely full. So what I'm going to do now is pop that back into the bike and confirm it's 100%. All right, that looks to be fully charged up, and I've checked the app. App says battery's at 100%. What I do now, just out of interest, is I'm going to plug in the charger to the bike, and I'm going to turn it on. And what we should see is that after it initializes, the charger should know that the battery's 100% and not charge it. And let's see what happens. Still thinking, just red light. I'm expecting that to go green in a second. We'll start charging. No, just solid red light. Try rebooting it again. Alright, so after charging it outside of the bike, connecting the charger and turning it on just has a solid red light. I would have thought it would turn green, indicating that the battery's fully charged like it would when it's out, but when plugged into the bike and the battery fully charged, the charger just shows a red light. I've waited quite a few minutes, disconnected, reconnected it a couple of times, turned the power off, unplugged it from the wall, let the battery drain out, or let the charge drain out of the charger, but after 3 times it's still the same behaviour, so solid red light when the battery is 100% charged. Right, so I'll put the battery back in, taking it for a quick spin to get the battery down from 100% to 98%. And now what I'm going to do is plug it in and charge it again and see if that light, 2 things I want to see. If the light goes solid green and we indicating it's finished charging, or if it just continues to flash green, and then what effect that has. Right, so we've got green flashing, and so we'll give it an hour and I'll come back and see where the battery's at after 1 hour. Alright, hour 15, I've got a solid green light, which is interesting. So looks like it's charged to 100%. I'll just unplug it and confirm it in the app.